Good morning. It's Monday morning, and yes, I did not get to Duran Farms on Saturday. Not because I didn't have time, but because, yeah, I was enjoying not needing to do anything that I forgot all about it. So I have to go now, and I really need to get back on schedule. So anyways, that's what I'm planning on doing right now. Well, that was a quick trip, let me tell you, because I only got milk and one creamer, because I am bound and determined that I am going to get back here either Thursday or Friday and get back on my regular schedule. Oh my goodness, I tell you, procrastination, yeah, not a good thing. So anyways, I'm on my way home. I have my milk, I have my creamer, so I can enjoy my coffee for the next few days. And I'll talk to you in a little bit. Well, we have a winter warning going on, and we can get a potential of about 2 feet of snow. So I thought I'd better run out and just make sure that we have what we need. Basically, we have everything we need, and even if the electric were to go out, we're pretty well prepared because we have a fireplace, and a wood-burning fireplace inside the house. So that's how we heat our house outdoor, is in a large wood-burning furnace. So we have plenty of cut wood. But besides that, I thought, you know what? My well is not going to work without the electric pump. So I thought I'd better get some water, and while I was here, I'd check out a few other things. So I'll see what I can discover, and I'll show you if I find anything fun. Look at this little birdhouse. A little Volkswagen van, isn't that cute? This is a little owl. This was a little camper. Oh, I just think these are adorable. I don't know how much they are. $8. That seems like a lot of money, but hope that stays there. But yeah, they have a lot of little cute things like that. I always wanted to get these Thomas Edison style light bulbs for outside around the picnic area, but this is a 10 count for $5. Honestly, I don't even know if that's a good buy, but I've always wanted some. You have lots of solar. I don't know how well they would work. I have not had luck with so many of them that I've purchased. Well, I haven't purchased that many, but I've purchased 3 different kinds, and only 1 out of the 3 ended up working well anyways. But oh, these little stones. Hope, dream. Frog says welcome. Welcome to our garden. Aww. And frogs. Isn't that cute? Garden. $5. To plant a garden is to believe in tomorrow. Oh, I like that. That is really nice. Oh, I like that. That's $5. I don't know how well that would work outside. Oh, that's cute too. It's a really big flower. That is
$5 also. Oh, these little things are these are just $1. That's cute. Oh, here's a small one. Oh, it's just $1. Oh, I think I'm gonna get one. I think I'm gonna get that one. Yeah, it's kind of cute. Look at that, an outdoor thermometer. Oh, and that is actually real ceramic. Wow. Look at all these little things. Dream, faith, Frozen, Mickey and Minnie Mouse, and then the 7 Dwarfs. And God bless his home. You have some cute things. A little rooster. Lots of stuff, isn't there? Well, that was kind of fun. Saw some really cute things in there, and I got a couple gallons of water. And I really didn't need to buy the water because we're in a well, and actually our well is fresh spring water. It's not a drilled well. It's actually called a dug well, and we are on a continuous stream of water, underground water, that we tapped into. And he had such a hard time when it was initially done that he was afraid he was going to lose control of the water, because he said there was that much water, and it scared him. Actually, he said he's never experienced that kind of water. He says you will never run out of water. And we've never lost pressure. The only time is a problem is the electric. So I know that my husband used a gallon of our water already, and I don't know what he did with jug, because usually I used to save my milk jugs, but I'm not buying regular milk. I'm going to Duran Farms and getting milk, and which is returnable glass bottles. So I thought, you know what, I'm just going to run and get a couple gallons of water, because then we can just keep refilling these. So that's what I did. And I'll catch you when I get home. Good evening, everyone. This has turned out to be a very, very stressful day. Everything that just about could go wrong has gone wrong when it comes to printers and router modems and computers. So, yeah. But you know what? Like I say, life happens. Let's enjoy it. We'll figure it out and we'll work it out, right? Tonight, continuing our study in Philippians, I want to read from chapter 1, verses 27 to 30. Only let your conduct be worthy of the gospel of Christ, so that whether I come to see you or am absent, I may hear of your affairs, that you stand fast in one spirit, with one mind, striving together for the faith of the gospel, and not in any way terrified by your adversities, which is to them a proof of perdition, but to you of salvation, and that from God. For to you it has been granted on behalf of Christ, not only to believe in him, but also to suffer for his sake, having the same conflict which you saw in me, and now here is in me. You know, the book of Philippians is usually thought of as a book of joy and peace. And that is true. But Paul also has a hard lesson in real life to teach the Philippian believers and us. It's straightforward and to the point. The first part of verse 27 tells us that we are to live our lives as worthy citizens of the gospel of Christ. Paul was telling the Christians in Philippi that they were citizens of the kingdom of God, not the kingdom of Rome. See, Philippi was a Roman province, and their allegiance needed to switch. They were to live as citizens of heaven. For them, there would be huge implications. This would mean that they would go from being a beloved Roman citizen to hated Christians. Persecution would now replace security. Their world would be turned upside down as they followed this command to live as worthy citizens of the gospel of Christ. This same charge is given to every believer wherever we live or in whatever country we live. We are first to be citizens of the gospel of Jesus Christ, for our citizenship is in heaven. Paul then goes on to encourage us to stand together with one spirit, with one purpose, fighting together for the faith, which is the good news. This indicates a group effort. We are to stand in unity. We are to stand together. I'd like to point out that one cannot stand in unity alone. Standing firm, striving side by side is a team effort. Here's the picture. We are walking hand in hand toward the goal of glorification. Along the way, there's going to be some potholes and some stumbling blocks. But we're going to help each other over those holes, and when one stumbles, we're going to help them from falling. So together, we will all reach the goal. Then, in verse 28, he is telling us not to be afraid or intimidated in any way by our enemies. Here Paul is indicating the fear of man. I think this type of fear can be the greatest challenge that we face in living boldly as citizens for the kingdom of God. Sometimes we can be more afraid of people than we are of God. Paul wanted these believers and us to realize that when Christ is preached, we stand up for Christ. That, you know what, we may encounter trials and we may encounter suffering exactly like Paul himself had experienced. As believers, we must live as citizens of God's kingdom, no matter who or what opposes us. We must overcome the fear of man and replace it with the fear of God. We must care more about what he thinks than what those around us think. If you or I are to live our life worried about what others think, we will never consistently live out our heavenly citizenship. By God's grace, may we truly live a life pleasing to him, no matter who or what works against us. May the Lord grant us the ability to stand in unity and strive together as the church, God's Christian embassy. May we truly behave in a manner that is worthy of the kingdom citizens. And with that, I want to remind you, Life happens. Let's enjoy it. And let's remember that we are to be first as believers. We are to be first citizens of the gospel of Jesus Christ, citizens of heaven. And then we need to follow through with being the examples of being people who are willing to stand up and live lives worthy of the name we're called, Christians. Good night, and God bless.